Your kidneys filter about 50 gallons of blood every single day. But here's what nobody tells you. They can be quietly overworked for years before you ever feel a symptom. No pain, no warning sign. Just a slow buildup of waste, toxins, and pressure that most people never notice until a routine blood test suddenly comes back abnormal. I'm a kidney doctor, and in my clinic, I see this pattern constantly. Patients who felt completely fine, who never had swelling, never had pain, never had any reason to worry, and yet their kidneys were already struggling. The good news? Your diet has more power over your kidney health than almost anything else you can control. And there are specific fruits, backed by real research, not folklore, that can genuinely help support the filtering, detoxifying work your kidneys do every second of every day. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 of them, starting from good and ending with the one fruit I personally recommend to almost every patient who asks me how to protect their kidneys long-term. Stay until the end, because fruit number 1 surprises almost everyone, and I'll also tell you the one mistake that can turn a kidney-friendly fruit into a kidney stressor. Let's get into it. Fruit number 5, pineapple. We're starting our list with a fruit most people only think of as a tropical treat, pineapple. Here's why it earns a spot on this list. Pineapple is naturally low in potassium, which matters a lot for kidney health. When your kidneys are under strain, they lose some of their ability to clear excess potassium from your blood, and that mineral can quietly build up to dangerous levels. A low potassium fruit gives your kidneys one less thing to manage, but pineapple has a second trick up its sleeve, an enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain has natural anti-inflammatory properties, and inflammation is one of the biggest hidden drivers of kidney decline over time. Think of your kidneys as a delicate filtration system made of millions of microscopic sieves. Chronic inflammation is like rust, slowly building up on those sieves. It doesn't stop them from working overnight, but it wears them down year after year. Anti-inflammatory foods help slow that wear. Now here's the mistake I see constantly: canned pineapple in syrup. That syrup is loaded with added sugar, and high sugar intake is directly linked to kidney stress, especially in people managing blood sugar issues. If you're reaching for pineapple, always choose fresh or frozen with no added sugar. A simple serving, about 1 cup a few times a week, is plenty to get the benefit without overdoing it. Fruit number 4, apples. You've probably heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away your whole life. Turns out, when it comes to kidney health, there's real substance behind that old saying. Apples are rich in fiber, and here's something most people don't realize. Fiber doesn't just help your digestion, it actually helps regulate your blood sugar and cholesterol, 2 of the biggest contributors to long-term kidney damage. When your blood sugar stays more stable, your kidneys don't have to work as hard filtering out excess glucose. Apples also contain a plant compound called quercetin, which acts as an antioxidant. Antioxidants work like a cleanup crew inside your body. They neutralize unstable molecules called free radicals before those molecules can damage the delicate tissue inside your kidneys. Fewer free radicals roaming around means less cellular damage over time. Here's the common mistake, though: peeling your apple. Most of the fiber and a huge portion of the antioxidants in an apple live right in the skin. Peel it, and you're throwing away a large percentage of the very benefits you're trying to get. Just wash it thoroughly instead. 1 medium apple a day, skin on, is a simple, sustainable habit, and it's low in potassium, which makes it safe for nearly everyone. Fruit number 3, cranberries. Now we move into fruit number 3, and this one has a very specific superpower most people have never heard explained properly. Cranberries contain natural compounds that make it harder for certain bacteria to stick to the walls of your urinary tract. Picture your urinary tract like a smooth water slide. Bacteria normally need to grip the walls to cause an infection. Compounds in cranberries make those walls slipperier, so bacteria are more likely to get flushed out before they can take hold. Why does this matter for your kidneys specifically? Because untreated urinary infections don't always stay in the bladder. They can travel upward and reach the kidneys themselves, leading to more serious infections that cause real, lasting damage. Preventing that path in the first place is a quiet but powerful form of kidney protection. Cranberries are also naturally low in potassium and phosphorus, two minerals that build up in the blood when kidney function declines, making them one of the safer fruit choices even for people with existing kidney concerns. But here's the mistake: cranberry juice cocktail. Most bottled versions are diluted with enormous amounts of added sugar, which cancels out the benefit and adds unnecessary strain from a blood sugar standpoint. Choose fresh or frozen cranberries or unsweetened cranberry juice and use it in moderation. Cranberries are tart for a reason, and a little goes a long way. A small handful a few times a week or a splash of unsweetened juice is all you need. Fruit number 2, lemon. We're getting close to number 1 now, and fruit number 2 might be the most underrated kidney fruit that exists: the humble lemon. Lemons are packed with citrate, a compound your body converts from citric acid. Citrate does something remarkable. It binds to calcium in your urine before that calcium has a chance to crystallize. Kidney stones, for most people, form when calcium and oxalate link together and harden into crystals. Citrate essentially gets in the way of that process, acting like a bodyguard that keeps calcium from pairing up with the wrong partner. This is exactly why doctors often recommend lemon water to patients with a history of kidney stones, because increasing citrate intake is one of the few dietary strategies with strong evidence behind it for stone prevention. On top of that, lemons are loaded with vitamin C, an antioxidant that helps protect blood vessels, including the tiny, delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys that do the actual work of filtering your blood. Here's the mistake, though: relying on lemon juice from a bottle instead of fresh lemons. Bottled versions often lose much of their citrate content during processing and sometimes contain preservatives that offer none of the same benefit. Fresh squeezed is always the better choice. The juice of half a lemon in a glass of water, once or twice a day, is a simple habit that costs almost nothing and takes seconds to prepare. Fruit number 1, blueberries. And here we are, fruit number 1, the fruit I recommend more than any other when patients ask me what to add to their diet for long-term kidney protection. Blueberries are one of the most antioxidant-dense fruits on the planet, thanks to a compound called anthocyanin, the pigment responsible for their deep blue color. Anthocyanins do something very specific. They help fight oxidative stress, which is essentially damage caused by unstable molecules attacking healthy cells. Your kidneys, because they filter such an enormous volume of blood every day, are constantly exposed to this kind of stress. Anthocyanins act like a shield, reducing the damage before it accumulates. What makes blueberries especially valuable is that they're also naturally low in potassium, which is rare for a fruit this nutrient-dense. That means you get a powerful dose of antioxidants without adding extra strain on kidneys that are already working to balance minerals in your blood. There's also growing research connecting diets rich in berries and flavonoids to a meaningfully lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease over time, not because of one miracle nutrient, but because of the combined effect of fiber, antioxidants, and low mineral load working together. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes: buying dried blueberries and treating them like the fresh version. Drying concentrates the sugar dramatically, turning a low glycemic fruit into something that spikes your blood sugar far more than people expect. Fresh or frozen, unsweetened, is always the better choice. A cup of blueberries a day, in yogurt, in a smoothie, or straight from the bowl, is one of the simplest, most enjoyable habits you can build for your kidneys. Bringing it all together. So there you have it: pineapple, apples, cranberries, lemon, and blueberries. 5 fruits, each working through a slightly different mechanism, but all pointing toward the same goal: less inflammation, more antioxidant protection, better blood sugar control, and less mineral overload on kidneys that are quietly working non-stop, whether you feel it or not. I want to be honest with you about something important, though. No single fruit is a magic fix, and nothing you eat can reverse serious kidney damage on its own. What these fruits can do is support the kidneys you already have, reducing the daily wear and tear that adds up silently over years and decades. And if you're managing an existing kidney condition, always check with your doctor before making major dietary changes, since individual potassium and fluid needs can vary widely. But you don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. You don't need a complicated meal plan. Start small. 1 cup of blueberries, the juice of half a lemon in your water, 1 apple, skin on, instead of a processed snack. These tiny, repeatable choices are what actually protect your kidneys over the long run, not dramatic short-term changes that are impossible to sustain. If this video helped you understand your kidney health a little better, hit like, subscribe for more science-based health breakdowns, and leave a comment telling me which of these 5 fruits you're adding to your routine first. And if you know someone who could use this information, send it their way. It might be exactly what they need to hear today. I'll see you in the next one. Claude is A.